Ayubowan. So today in our lesson we are going to have a look at the topic space. Ada api speaking lesson එකේ කරන්න යන්නේ space ගැන. Practice question 1. All about space. Space ගැන තියෙන දේවල් තමයි ඔක්කොම තියෙන්නේ මේකේ. What do you know about space? තමන් space ගැන දන්නේ මොනවද? Right? So to talk about this, you can say, well, I don't know much about space. Or you can say, තමන් හොඳට දේවල් දන්න කෙනෙක් නම් you can say, well, I know a lot about space කියලා තමන් දන්න දේවල් ටික explain කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? So as we know, there are 8 planets. In the past, we learned that there were 9 planets. And that you can talk about it. Would you like to travel into space? Why or why not? ඔයාලා කැමතිද space එකට යන්න? මම නම් කැමති නැහැ. I don't like to travel to space because I think it's quite dangerous. මම නම් එච්චර කැමති නැහැ. මොකද මම හිතනවා ඒක ගොඩාක් dangerous කියලා, භයානකයි කියලා. හැබැයි ඕගොල්ලෝ කැමති නම්, if you think that it's going to be exciting and interesting, you can say yes. I would like to travel to space because it would be interesting, or it would be challenging, or it would be a new experience. කැමති ඒ වගේ වචන ටිකක් use කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Next one. Is space travel safe or dangerous? Why? Now, I think space travel is a bit dangerous because you travel through spaceships. And these are highly equipped and has a lot of technology. And if the technology crashes, that's going to be a problem. Right? ඉතින් මේවා ඇවිල්ලා සාමාන්‍ය නිකන් අපේ කිව්වහම මේ spaceship එකක ගොඩාක් technology involve වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් එහෙම වුණාම මොන හරි එකක් වෙලා ඒ technology එක හරියට වැඩ කරේ නැත්නම් හරි මොකක් හරි එකක් වුණොත් එතකොට ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙනවා. Right? So ඒ හින්දා මම හිතනවා ඒක භයානකයි කියලා. But some of you can think, no, it's not dangerous, right? Because we have high technology equipment here now, and the world is developed, right? You can communicate to the space shuttles easily, and you have backup plans. So therefore, it's not dangerous. තමන්ගේ හිතන විදියට තමන්ට උත්තර දෙන්න පුළුවන්. Would you like to live on the moon? Why or why not? Now, I wouldn't like to live on the moon. I don't like to live with things cluttered, you know. Dagena, mask ekak dagena, oxygen dagena. No, I don't want to live like that. I love living on Earth because it's nice and there's a lot of fresh air. We have water, right? We have scenic spots. So I love living on Earth, and I don't want to live on moon because I think it's boring and I don't like to wear that kind of equipment all the time. Would you like to live on Mars again? No, I love planet Earth, right? මම නම් Mars වල ජීවත් වෙන්න කැමති නැහැ because I don't think it's a nice place, right? With what I've heard, Earth is the only place that has water, right? And it has oxygen, so I can easily breathe and I can drink water. There's my comfortable zone. It's my comfortable zone. Mata පුරුදු තැන, right? Mama danna කෑම, the food and the drink is everything that I like, right? So I would not like to live on Mars. දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ කැමතිද නැද්ද කියන එක ඕගොල්ලන්ට මේ questions වලට කැමති උත්තරයක් you can give, right? The most important thing මේ වගේ activity එකක් කරනකොට වඩාත්ම වැදගත් වෙන්නේ ඕගොල්ලෝ කතා කරන එක. Right? පුළුවන් තරමක් මේකට අදාළ vocabulary හොයාගෙන answer එකක් දෙන එක තමයි most important thing. Right? So moving on into the next question, have you ever looked at the sky through a telescope? Do you own a telescope? Where did you use it? To be honest, yes, I have looked at the sky through a telescope, right? But it was not my telescope, right? It was one of my friend's telescope. she actually studies about these stars and space, and she likes astronomy, right? So she has a look at things like that, and she studies about the sky and different aspects of space. So I've looked at the sky through a telescope, but I don't own it, and I used one which was owned by my friend. Okay. Do you like to watch science fiction movies about space? Not really. I wouldn't say I hate it, but I wouldn't say I really enjoy and I like it. I mean, if it's up, I would watch it, right? If it's interesting. So I don't have a special liking towards science fiction movies, but I don't mind watching it as long as it's interesting. Is it important to learn about space? Why or why not? I think it is important, right? Because it gives us an understanding as to where we live, and we can collect new knowledge or information that would actually help us, right? ඉතින් මං හිතනවා ඉගෙන ගන්න එක හොඳයි කියලා ස්පේස් ගැන. මොකද හදිසියක් වුණොත් අපිට මොන හරි දෙයක් ආවොත් ඔය පිටසක් වල ජීවීන් කියන එක දේවල් කියනවා. ඉතින් ඒ දේවල් ගැන ඉගෙනගෙන තියාගන්න එක හොඳයි කියලා මං හිතනවා. අපි මේ ජීවත් වන සතවර්ෂය සහ අපි මේ ජීවත් වන රටාව ගැන. මොකද අද කාලේ ටෙක්නොලොජි හරි ඉක්මනට අප්ග්‍රේඩ් වෙනවා සහ මිනිස්සුන්ගේ දැනුම ගොඩාක් වැඩි වෙනවා එන්න. So ඒත් එක්කම අපිත් අප්ඩේට් වෙලා ඉන්නවා නම් මං හිතනවා හොඳයි කියලා. What are the good and bad things about space travel? I mean, the good things are definitely you could learn about space, right? You could learn about the new technology and the equipment involved in it, right? And it's definitely a different experience. The bad part is that it could be quite risky and dangerous, and it could put your life at risk. Should governments spend more money on space travel? Why or why not? I mean, it depends on the country, right? If the country is very focused on innovative ideas and coming up with new technology and, having a good, knowledge about space, then yes, they should spend more money. But I mean, countries like Sri Lanka or other countries where they have other problems to worry about, okay? We don't have to worry about space. We really need to think about how to feed the people in the country, right? So countries like that, I think, should definitely focus on other aspects and not travel to space. So for me, I think, should government spend more money on space travel? Yes or no depends on that government's policy. I think වියදම් කළ යුතුද නැද්ද කියන එක මම නම් හිතන්නේ මගේ පැත්තෙන් වඩා ඒක රටේ තියෙන ආර්ථික තත්ත්වය සහ ඒ රටේ ફોකස් කරන්න ඕන දේවල් එක්ක ගන්න ඕන ඩිසිෂන් එකක් කියලා. ඒත් මං හිතනවා හැම රටක්ම ස්පේස් ට්‍රැවල් වලට වියදම් කළ යුතු නැහැ. මොකද එක එක රටේ වෙන වෙන ප්‍රයොරිටිස් තියෙන හින්දා. Right. Practice question 2. Planet of my own. මගේම කියලා planet එකක්. The date is April 22nd, 2038. You have just arrived at a planet that is similar to our Earth. You will live there for 20 years. දැන් හිතන්න ඕනේ date එක ඇවිල්ලා අප්‍රේල් 22 2038. ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා planet එකකට පෘථුවිය වගේම තමයි ඒකේ ජීවත් වෙන්න යනවා මම ඕගොල්ලෝ හිතන්නේ ඕගොල්ලෝ අවුරුදු 20ක්. Use the notes below to describe your second home, right? So name of the planet. මමක් හිතන්න පුළුවන්. Size, a little bigger, same. මම නම් හදන්න යන්නේ තමන්ට හිතන්න පුළුවන් size එක ගැන. Little bigger, පෘථුවියට වඩා ලොකුයි. Same size, පෘථුවිය හා සමානයි. Smaller, පෘථුවියට වඩා පොඩි. What is the temperature of the planet? උෂ්ණත්වය. පෘථුවියට වඩා ටිකක් රස්නේ, පෘථුවිය වගේමයි, පෘථුවියට වඩා සීතලයි. Life on planet, no life. කිසිම ජීවයක් නැහැ. only plant life ගස්කොළන් විතරයි. Plant and animal life සත්තු සහ ගස්කොළන්. Plant, animal and intelligent life. ඒ කියන්නේ මොනවා හරි සත්ව කොටස් සත්තු ගස් සහ මිනිස්සු කිව්වට මිනිස්සුම නෙවෙයි ඒ වගේ ජීවීන් කොටසක් ජීවත් වෙනවා. How many moons does the planet have? Right? හඳවල්. No moons හඳවල් නෑ. One moon එකයි 2 දෙකයි 12 12යි. How many hours does the planet's day have? Right? කීයක් පැය තියෙනවද? දැන් අපේ පැය 24යිනේ. ඒ වගේ 13 18 29 47. What will you bring with you to the planet? Right? Discuss with your partner. If you don't have a partner, you can do it on your own. Agree on 10 things you will choose, right? So what will you bring with you to the planet? තමන් එක්ක ගෙනියන්නේ මොනවද planet එක? planet එකට. Guns ගෙනියනවද? medicine, බෙහෙත්, water, වතුර, food, කෑම, computers, පරිගණක, clothes, ඇඳුම්, books, පොත්පත්, televisions, රූපවාහිනී, cats and dogs, බල්ලොයි පූසොයි, cameras, right? Tents කියලා කියන්නේ පොඩි ගෙවල් වගේ ඒවා, right? කූඩාරම්, boats, boat too, farm tools කියන්නේ අපිට අවශ්‍ය කරන එක tools, money, සල්ලි, coffee, කෝපි. So, name of the planet, I would call it prose. Okay, I would call it prose. Size, same as Earth. Temperature, a little colder than Earth. Plant life, animal life, and intelligent life. One moon. How many hours? 18 hours. What will you take? 10 things අපි agree වෙන්න ඕනේ. So I would take medicine, farm tools, water, food, clothes, books, cameras, tents. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Let's take cats and dogs and see if they can live there. 10. Okay? Right, so I would take medicine, water, food, computers, clothes, books, cats and dogs, cameras, tents, and farm tools. I wouldn't take coffee, money, boats, televisions, and guns. Right? Okay, so then you can say, well, the second home for me would be prose, and it is the same size as Earth, but it is a little colder than Earth. And on prose, there is animal life, plant life, and intelligent life. There is one moon and it has 18 hours for a day. When I'm going to the planet, I will take medicine, water, food, computers, clothes, books, cats and dogs, cameras, tents, and farm tools. හරි. ඉතින් ඒ විදියට තමයි මගේ planet එක මම නිර්මාණය කරගන්නේ. ඕගොල්ලොන්ට පුළුවන් ඕගොල්ලෝ කැමති විදියට මේකේ details දාගෙන ඒ ගැන කතා කරන්න. Right, so with that we move on into practice question 3, aliens. Right? So, do you believe there are aliens? Why not? Well, I do believe there are aliens, right? I do believe there could be some other people living on different planets. ඕගොල්ලන්ට කියනවා නෑ මන්න විශ්වාස කරන්නේ aliensලා කියලා කාටියක් ඉන්නවා කියලා, right? පිටසක්වල ජීවීන්. No. So, තමන් හිතන දේ ගැන තමන්ට කියන්න පුළුවන්. Do you think they will come to our planet? Well, I think one day, not now, right? But I think one day they will come to planet Earth and see how our life is here. Do you think they have already visited Earth? I don't think they have visited Earth, because if that was the case, we would get to know, because a lot of developed and powerful countries always study more and more about the space. So if that was the case, they would have definitely got to know about it. So I feel that they have not visited planet Earth yet. What do you think they look like? I don't know. I think they would look quite different to humans. මම හිතනවා මේගොල්ලෝ මිනිස්සුන්ට වඩා ගොඩක් වෙනස් ඇති කියලා. Would you like to meet an alien? Yes, I would definitely like to meet an alien to see how they survive and how they live and how they behave, and if it is the same to us. So I would definitely like to see one. මන්නං හරිම කැමති එලියන් කෙනෙක්ව හම්බෙන්න. මොකද මට කැමති දැනගන්න ඒගොල්ලොන්ගේ තියෙන වෙනස්කම් කොයි වගේද කියලා. අපි වගේද, අඳින පළඳින විදිය වෙනස්ද, භාෂාව වෙනස්ද, කොහොමද ඒගොල්ලොන්ගේ රූටීන් එක, ඒගොල්ලෝ හැසිරෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක බලන්න මං කැමතියි. What would you do if you saw an alien? I would definitely like to go and talk to an alien, right? And see if they can communicate with me, right? Why would I like to do that? Because that's something I've always wanted to do, right? I really like to know, actually, are there any aliens in the world, right? So ඒ හින්දා මම ඇත්තටම කැමති ගිහිල්ලා පිටසක්වල ජීවි කෙනෙක් එක්ක කතා කරලා බලන්න. මොකද ඒගොල්ලොන්ගේ තියෙන එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එක මට ඇත්තටම දැනගන්න කැමති හින්දා, right? Okay, so with that, we move on into the next one. Where do you think aliens live? කොහෙද ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතන්නේ aliens ජීවත් වෙනවා කියලා? I don't know exactly where, but I believe they might be living somewhere in the outer space. කොහේ හරි මේ ග්‍රහලෝකවල හෝ ඊට එහා අපි දන්නේ නැති ග්‍රහලෝකවල හරි ජීවත් වෙනවා ඇති කියලා මං හිතනවා. What language should we use to speak with aliens? I mean, I don't know a language, so I would speak in English to see if they can actually understand me. දැන් අපි දන්නේ මොන language එකද ඒගොල්ලෝ කතා කරන්නේ කියලා. හැබැයි මං ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් කතා කරනවා බලන්න ඒගොල්ලන්ට තේරෙනවද කියලා. Should the government make more effort to contact aliens? Why not? So if we're looking at the Sri Lankan government at this point, I think we have a lot of things to worry than talking to aliens, right? So I don't think, if we were looking at Sri Lanka, I don't think Sri Lanka should make effort to contact aliens, because at the moment we have other things to worry about in terms of finances. Are aliens smarter than humans? පිටසක්වල ජීවීන් මිනිස්සුන්ට වඩා දක්ෂද? I don't know that, okay? I'm not sure, but as I've heard, humans are the most intelligent creatures, right? දැනට දන්න දේවල් අනුව මිනිස්සු තමයි ලෝකේ ඉන්න අනිත් ජීවීන් හා සසඳනකොට මොලේ වැඩියෙන්ම තියෙන ජීවියා තමයි මිනිසා කියලා කියන්නේ, right? So I don't know if they have, or if they are more smarter than humans, but I assume they might be equal to humans. Do you think we will discover aliens in your lifetime? I think so, right? I think maybe towards the end of my lifespan, we might discover about aliens. What do you think aliens eat? What do you think they do during their free time? I don't know what they eat for sure, but I think they might be eating plants, right? Different types of plants. And I think during their free time, they might be sleeping, right? And they might be having a look around to see if there are other animals or other species living around them. So that's what I think. So with that, we move on into the next question. Fill in the blanks and practice the dialogue. Continue each conversation by adding 2 or more lines, right? Hey Dad, do you think aliens are real? The is really big, so maybe. My friend doesn't blank them. What do you think? What's your blank? So I would say, hey Dad, do you think aliens are real? The universe is really big, so maybe. My friend doesn't believe in them. What do you think? What's your opinion? Now, when it comes here, you don't say the university because U is not a vowel sound. Ah is the vowel sound, okay? So, the universe, the university, okay? Hey Dad, do you think aliens are real? The universe is really big, so maybe. My friend doesn't believe in them. What do you think? What's your opinion, right? And then they tell you add 2 or more lines, right? So Tom, and you can complete it, okay? So Tom can say, well, I think aliens do exist. Well, I think aliens do exist, and then you can say Dad says, well, maybe. Right, okay. So let's have a look at the second one. Mars. Dad, I think there are aliens on blank. What do you think they blank? I think they have 10 eyes and lots of big teeth. Oh, then I hope they don't have blank. Well, right? Dad, I think there are aliens on Mars. What do you think they look like? I think they have 10 eyes and lots of big teeth. Oh, then I hope they don't have spaceships. ඇයි spaceships තිබුණොත් ඉතින් මෙහෙට එන්න පුළුවන් right? So මං හිතනවා ඒකට spaceships නැත්තම් හොඳයි කියලා, right? So we can continue dialogue 2, Tom and Dad. Okay, so I'm just going to put dialogue 2. So Tom says, I think they have spaceships. I hope they look like us and are friendly so even if they come here we will have no problem getting along with them and no one will be able to say the difference. Next one, Dad. So he would say, now that's a scary thought. I hope they are not very smart. Right, okay, so here we are, right? So then Tom says, he says, oh, I hope they don't have spaceships, right? ඊට පස්සේ Tom කියනවා, Dad කියනවා, I hope they don't have spaceships කියලා. ඊට පස්සේ Tom කියනවා, I think they have spaceships. I hope they look like us and are friendly. So even if they come here, we will have no problem getting along with them and no one will be able to say the difference. Now Dad says, oh, now that's a scary thought. I hope they are not very smart. ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලෝ මිනිස්සු වගේම ඉඳලා මිනිස්සුත් එක්කම හිටියොත් නම් ඉතින් ඒක ටිකක් භයානකයි කියලා තාත්තා කියනවා. මම හිතනවා ඒගොල්ලෝ එච්චරම බුද්ධිමත් නැති වෙයි කියලා. Right? Okay, so let's have a look at the next one. Do humans exist? Conversation. Hey Dad, do you think humans blank? You mean life on other blank? Yeah, with only 2 eyes and maybe a nose. No, no way. It's just 2. It's not possible. I'll never believe anything that crazy. Okay? So, hey Dad, do you think humans exist? You mean life on other planets? Yeah, with 2 eyes and maybe a nose. No, no way. It's just too strange. It's not possible. I'll never believe anything that crazy. Okay? So, අපි බලමු ඊට පස්සේ කොහොමද dialogue එක continue කරන්න කියලා Zoc and Dad. Okay? So, let's take dialogue 3. Dad, anything is possible. Dad, that's true. I hope I won't get to see one anytime soon. Okay, so then Zoc is like, but Dad, anything is possible. That's true. I hope I won't get to see one anytime soon. තාත්තා කියනවා ඔව් එහෙම වෙන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි මට එක්කෙනෙක් මේ ළඟදී නම් දකින්න නොලැබේවා කියලා තමයි තාත්තා නම් ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරන්නේ. Right? So there we are. We have completed the conversations and you can practice using intonation. Right? දැන් හැමතිස්සෙම මම කියනවා speaking කරනකොට most important thing is what? pronunciation, variation in your voice, right? Dad, I think there are aliens on Mars. What do you think they look like? I think they have 10 eyes and lots of big teeth. Oh, then I hope they don't have spaceships. I think they have spaceships. I hope they look like us and are friendly. So even if they come here, we will have no problem getting along with them and no one will be able to say the difference. Now that's a scary thought. I hope they are not very smart. දැක්කද variation in voice, right? හඬේ උස් පහත් භාවය, pausing, pronunciation ඒ හැම එකක්ම වැදගත් වෙනවා speaking වලදී. The next one, Zork and Dad. Hey, Dad, do you think humans exist? You mean life on other planets? Yeah, with only 2 eyes and maybe a nose? No, no way. It's just too strange. It's not possible. I'll never believe anything that crazy. But Dad, anything is possible. That's true. I hope I won't get to see one anytime soon. Right? Again, variation in voice. හඬේ උස් පහත් භාවය, හඬ හොඳට කට ඇරලා උච්චාරණය කරන්න ඕනේ වචන. අවශ්‍ය තැන්වලදී pause කරන්න ඕනේ, commas තියෙනකොට, full stops තියෙනකොට, right? ඒ natural flow එක අපිට දැනෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒකට තමයි conversations දාලා තියෙන්නේ. So, I like this one. Describe the aliens below. Right? So, you can describe these ones. So, this one is a black alien, right? He has a long head. විස්තර කරන්න. This alien, the second one, is fairly a tall alien, has a white color skin, has no hair and has big oval eyes. Then you can talk about the green looking alien, the purple looking alien, මේ ඔක්කොම පිටසක්වල ජීවීන් ගේ රූප, right? So appearances explain කරන්න මං කියලා දීලා තියෙනවා vocab වලදී, right? Beginner level එකේදී we did that. So here it should not be a problem. දැන් ආයි beginner level එකේ කරපුවා අපි intermediate repeat කරන්න නැහැ, right? So by now you should be able to look at them and describe. So the third one is fairly a short alien, has a green head and dark pink shining eyes, has a small nose which is yellow and red, has a mouth which has some sharp teeth and has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. You should be able to explain, right? All right, the next one. Practice question 4. Look at me, I'm an alien. බලන්න මං දිහා මං alien කෙනෙක්. Imagine you are an alien. ඔන්න හිතන්න ඕනේ ඕගොල්ලෝ alien කෙනෙක් කියලා, right? Explain your appearance. Talk about your daily routine. The ඉස්සෙල්ලාම අපි appearance එක බලමු. I'm just giving you some guidelines. Okay? You can talk about how many eyes, how many ears, how many arms. මොකද මෙයාගේ දැක්කද arms තියෙනවා. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? ඉතින් මම මේක ඉස්සෙල්ලා දුන්නේ ඕගොල්ලන්ට එතකොට ලස්සනට imagine කරන්න පුළුවන් හින්දා ඕගොල්ලෝ කැමති alien. Creative වෙන්න ඕන. Right? So, next one. How many fingers it has got. How many legs it has got and how many toes it has got. ඇඟිලි කකුලේ ඇඟිලි කීයක් තියෙනවද කියලා, right? So think about it, right? And you can nicely draw an alien and describe about your alien. වටින්නේ එකේ ගොඩක්ම talking පැත්ත. ඇඳලා යාව explain කරන එක. Got these eyes and 5 arms and blue head. That kind of information. Next one, daily routine එක ගැන. මම පොඩ්ඩක් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දීලා තියෙනවා නිකන් පොඩි help එකකට එකක්, right? ඕගොල්ලෝ කැමති daily routine එකක් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. Every morning I wake up when the volcano outside my house explodes. I'll fill this up, right? I wake up. දෙවැනි එක I do not brush my teeth with a toothbrush. Instead, I put an O-bots in my mouth and they clean my teeth for me, right? For my breakfast, I plug myself into the electric socket to charge my brain batteries. I never cook anything for breakfast. ඉතින් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මම කන්නේ නැහැ මුකුත්. මං ගිහිල්ලා මාගේ මොකද කරන්නේ මාව charge කරගන්න socket එකට ගහනවා මගේ brain එකේ batteries ටික ඔක්කොම charge කරගන්න. Right? I go to school by spaceship because my school is on another planet. At school, I learn lots of lessons, okay? My favorite is exobiology, studying about other aliens. I draw their pictures. For lunch, I don't eat sandwiches or drink milk. I take special pills. Mama oya sandwich kiri bonne mama special pill එකක් තමයි ගන්නෙ. After lunch, I and my friends. Usually the better way would be my friends and I. My friends and I. Okay. Play zero gravity football. මොකද gravity නැහැ, right? After school, I like to ride gas wheels on my planet's rings. On Saturday nights, I dance. Then I chat with aliens from all over the universe. Some of them are really strange. Good night. හරි. ඉතින් පොඩි වෙනස් routine එකක්, right? මං හිතුවා හැමදාම I brush my teeth, I go to school, I do this, do that නැතුව, right? Alien කෙනෙක්ගේ පැත්තෙන් හිතලා to be a bit creative and come up with something new, right? So I want you to be able to talk about it. So if I was you, I would say, every morning I wake up when the volcano outside my house explodes. I do not brush my teeth with a toothbrush. Instead, I put an O-bot in my mouth and they clean my teeth for me. Or you can say a robot, okay, whatever you like. Mama nikan hitana names, right? For breakfast, I plug myself into the electric socket to charge my brain's batteries. I never cook anything for breakfast. I go to school by spaceship because my school is on another planet. At school, I have lots of lessons. My favorite is exobiology. I draw their picture. For lunch, I don't eat sandwiches or drink milk. I take my pills. After lunch, my friends and I play zero gravity football. After school, I like to ride gas wheels on my planet's rings. On Saturday nights, I dance. Then I chat with aliens from all over the universe. Some of them are really strange. Good night. Okay, so I think with that, we've done a lot of nice speaking questions, right? ගොඩාක් speaking activities තිබුණා මේකේ activities කියන්නේ ගොඩාක් questions. ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ideas express කරන්න, right? So beginner eketh I used to write a lot for you, right? So little by little intermediate I want you to speak. කතා කරන්න තනියම මේ questions බලලා ඒව record කරලා ඒව re-listen කරලා බලන්න ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ ගිහිල්ලා මේ වචන හරිද කොහොමද මං improve කරන්නේ මොන වගේ linking words මට use කරන්න පුළුවන් ඒ දේවලුත් අපි මේ lessons වල cover කරලා තියෙන හින්දා right so go through them and improve your speaking. So with that we come to the end of the 7th lesson, space.